Something and then immediately people will tell you you've done it wrong. But I've got the evidence. The piece of paper in front of me says the interval is after race 25. They're wrong, of course. It's after race 26. You knew that. I just read out the piece of paper that was in front of me. Right then, back to the action. Now then, well, looking across Dingarton, making another good start. But it's Paul Hurry who slices his way to the front, leads right from the first band. So Paul Hurry out in front, Dingarton in second place. Will James in third, Lloyd in fifth, Steve Bishop in sixth, and then Andy Bugard. So then, Paul Hurry out on his own in tremendous form. Look at the battle going on here with a fallen rider. Dingarton down there, not having a happy afternoon at the moment. Perfectly okay, back in action. Meanwhile then, Paul Hurry goes on his way. Will James, then back a little way to Anthony Bugard. So then, look at this on the far side there. Paul Hurry in absolutely tremendous form. Really have to feel so sorry for these guys. Got back on, he's clearly not back on. Will James and himself closing up on Will James. Peter Lloyd in that fourth place. Peter's had 2 seconds already. He must be keen to get a few more extra qualifying points here. But meanwhile, out front, it's Paul Hurry and Dingarton staying ahead of him. So Paul Hurry and victory. Who's going to get a track? It's a tremendous battle. Will James. Peter Lloyd in fourth, Steve Bishop in fifth. A tremendous battle off that last bend. Sponsored by R.A. Barrow's non-ferrous scrap metal merchants of Parkston are as follows. In first place, number 86, Paul Hurry. In second place, number 50, Andy Sell. In third place, number 46, Will James. In fourth place, number 4, Peter Lloyd. In fifth place, number 34, Steve Bishop. In sixth place, number 2, Anthony Bugard, and in 7th place, number 16, Dean Garton. And the winner's time was 1 minute 26.44. 1 minute 26.44. Let's run through those numbers again. Joe Screen seeking to maintain his unbeaten record. Number 19, Trevor Eden. Number 55, Paul Fry. Number 9, Mitchell Godden goes in place of number 97, Justin Elkins. Number 98, Glen Cunningham. Number 121, Alan Harmer. And number 179, Simon Gittings. Well, it's Anthony Bugard's firm apparently sponsoring this race. That's very nice. Not only does he come across from Guernsey to race with us, but he sponsors the race as well. Here we go then, Joe Screen leaping away from the starting gate. Gary Lobb in that third place, moving through into second place. Paul Fry seeking to go inside Gary Lobb, and he does. There's Joe Screen from Paul Fry from Gary Lobb as they come round towards us for the first time. And Joe Screen already snapping into authority on this one. Simon Gittings ahead of Glen Cunningham. Glen Cunningham moves through to fourth place. Simon Gittings down in fifth place. Gary Lobb it is in third. Paul Fry in second. And Joe Screen is leading. A problem for Mitchell Godden. Just going again, perfectly okay. So then, Joe Screen out in front. Going on Paul Fry, maintaining selling in that second spot. Still Gary Lobb in third. Glen Cunningham in fourth. Simon Gittings in fifth. Trevor in sixth. And to our left, it's Joe Screen once again who appears powering around. Those ripples, beautiful front wheel pulls the air, heads into the last lap. Still Paul Fry behind the same place. Gary Lobb in fourth. Fifth place is Simon Gittings. Sixth place still Trevor Eden. Seventh place 121 Alan Harman. So then, on the far side, it's Joe Screen. This time around, well, the star of the man, a tremendous morning for the Bradford Speedman. Victory then for Joe Screen. Paul Fry in second. Then Cunningham in third. Gary Lobb in fourth. In fifth place, Simon Gittings. Sixth place, Trevor Eden. Follows in first place number 17, Joe Screen. In second place number 55, Paul Fry. In third place number 98, Glen Cunningham. In fourth place number 7, Gary Lobb. 5th place, number 179, Simon Gittings. In 6th place, number 19, Trevor Eden. And in 7th place, number 121, Alan Harmer. And the winner's time, 1 minute 25.93. 1 minute 25.93. I think they'd seen how the Cornish have done it. You see, developed all these good young riders, and old Ken Melksham down in Bristol has been doing a similar job, I reckon. So, race 23 coming up then. Well, they break. Tommy Palmer going up the inside, and it's Tommy Palmer who leads. Clayton Williams, I think, thinking to make up for his disappointment. He had a 4th, I think, in his earlier outing following a win. Clayton Williams on the outside, with Tommy Palmer out in front. Clayton Williams in 2nd place. Let's Clayton Williams lose through the lead. Tommy Palmer behind him. Let's just go. Let's find out. So, Clayton Williams, who really mysticated in his 2nd outing after a win in his 1st outing, trying to make up for it in qualifying points now. And Tommy Palmer, the reigning British 350 champion, settling in that 2nd spot. Look at the battle for 3rd. Steve Daw and Colin Earl side by side as they come round towards us. Colin Earl, nice little tight line there, but Steve Daw is still right there with him. Well, a tremendous battle here for 3rd, with Colin Earl into the head, and Steve Daw fighting back. Tommy Palmer holding it now a metre or 2 ahead of the pair of them. Meanwhile, out in front, Clayton Williams. It's the 1985 European champion, the former British 350 and 500 champion lady. Colin Earl up through the 2nd place, Tommy Palmer now in 3rd, Steve Daw in 4th, Sutherbank in 5th. So it's Colin Earl now who's left the challenge for the lead in this one, as Clayton Williams goes down the back straight. So Clayton Williams then. He revels in the handling of this new track training, and he's going to get a win. Colin Earl in trouble, Howell in trouble. Clayton Williams wins. Tommy Palmer in 2nd, Steve Daw in 3rd, Sutherbank in 4th, in 5th place. And Colin Earl, after fighting his way up to 2nd place, got across the line. Those points could be vital. Well, tragedy there for Clayton Williams. In 2nd place, number 21, Tommy Palmer. In 3rd place, number 110, Steve Daw. In 4th place, number 25, Trevor Banks. In 5th place, number 167, Mark Seabright. In 6th place, number 77, John Underwood. In 7th place, number 282, Mike Dowling. In 8th place, number 230, Andy Parker. And behind him, of course, number 172, Colin Earl. The winning time, 1 minute 31.95. 1 minute 31.95. Those are the crews. This is race 24. Kevin Lyne making a good start on the far side, but he looks like he's getting caught as they go down the starting straight for the first time. Looks like the Dutchman, looks like Roland has hit the front already. Indeed it is. It's Roland out in front. Kevin Lyne in the 2nd spot. In that 3rd place, closing up on the British champion every metre of the track as they go round. But look at the regular competitors all together. 2, 3, 4 outfits all struggling for that 2nd spot. Meanwhile, out in front, it's Roland and Johannes Plume. 6th in this year's European Championship, so they're very and the British champions at the moment holding off the Dutchman in that battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th places. In fact, if we look across to the far side, the Dutchman slipped back to 4th place. Meanwhile, the other Dutch crew out in front, Roland and Johannes Plume, just further heading for and Jojo van der Velde. Oh, Jojo van der Velde and Kevin Lyne and Ricky Neal, but it's Ricky Neal in front, Kevin Lyne now in 3rd place, Jojo van der Velde in 4th. And the checkered flag goes out. Celebrate a win, another win for Roland and Johannes Plume. 2nd place, just remember Ricky Neal and Bob Williams. That's 7 on 9 all right. outfit number 1, Roel Limburg and Johannes Kloon. In second place, number 11, Ricky Neal and Bob Willis. In third place, number 7, Kevin Lyde and Dick Olroyd. In fourth place, number 2, Jojo van der Werf and Martin de Vries. And in fifth place, number 5, Dave Collin and Keith Goodley. The winner's time were 1 minute 46.52. Competitors in the paddock, we understand that there have been 1 or 2 people riding in the paddock. This is strictly not allowed, and action will be taken if you're found riding in the pit. Well then, this time, Malcolm Goodwin goes. Let's see. Looks like Malcolm Goodwin not quite got the lead out now. It's Malcolm Goodwin in gap number 2. Paul Miller in trouble. He's lost the chain. Well, tragedy there for Paul Miller and Bob Reed. Well, all the local support for Paul Miller and Bob Reed, and the terrible situation for him. Meanwhile, then, it's Malcolm Goodwin out front. Alan Peck and Andy Robin in second place. In third place as they go past number 34, Jerry Squirrel and Derek Page. Well, this time we've got the chairs reasonably well spread out. Out in front, number 30, Malcolm Goodwin and Gary Russell. New pairing, but really going well. So across on the far side is Malcolm Goodwin and Gary Russell, with this race seemingly well run and well won at the moment, with only a few metres to go before they reach the checkered flag. Victory then surely for Malcolm Goodwin and Gary Russell, and that's the way then. In second, we go Alan Peck and Andy Robinson. And in third place coming through Norman Hayes, and that's the winner. Look ahead of that group of competitors. Sponsored by Jeff Kilby, Plant and Commercial Repairs from Lymington Road, New Milton. In first place, outfit number 30, Malcolm Goodwin and Gary Russell. In second place, number 20, Alan Peck and Andy Robertson. In third place, number 21, Norman Hames, and in the chair with him, Matt Joyner. In fourth place, number 23, Martin James and Neil Pucknell. And in fifth place, number 34. Number 34, of course, Jerry Squirrel and Derek Page. And the time were 1 minute 46.48. 1 minute 46.48. Brian Palmer, Lionel Cox, and Richard Piggott. Brian Palmer and Richard Piggott, Lionel Cox, Mike Canning, Mike Reed and Dave Carter. And Brian Palmer's made a good start. Richard Piggott in the second spot. Richard's having a little bit of a moment there, got a little bit sideways, but still in the second place. Must have lost a length or two to Brian Palmer. So it's Brian Palmer and then in third place it was Lionel Cox. Oh, Piggott in trouble. Piggott in trouble, swings into the infield, stops and looks down. Can't see from here what the problem was, but that leaves Brian Palmer, Lester Goodwin, right on his own. Battling away with Lionel Cox around the third place. Well, we've certainly seen a little bit of drama in the last couple of races with the 500 chairs, and really throws the competition places open now. But out in front, Malcolm Goodwin and Roland Reid in second place, of course. And we've got the lights being flashed from that car on the far side. Please stop doing it. Victory for Ryan Palmer. Mike Reid in second place. He's 26, and we have now arrived at interval time, so first aid and marshals, please stand down for that rest. In first place, outfit number 71, Brian Palmer and Lester Goodwin. In second place, number 57, Mike Reid and Mark Thorpe. In third place, number 67, Dave Carter and Nigel Carter. In fourth place, number 49, Brian Canning and Colin Lewis. And in fifth place, number 78, Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan. And the winning time were 1 minute 45.05, 1 minute 45.05. Those numbers again, 71, 57, 67, 49 and 78. And now we've reached interval time.
Jackson and Phil Pitman just 1 point behind. They've all had a first and a second. They're on 11 points. We then have 4 crews on 9 points. Steve Smith, Mark Edwards, Dave Steer and Rob Wilson Jr. Followed then closely on 4 crews on 8 points. Lennon Ray Foreman, John Hiscock, Pete Dyer, Ivor Matthews. Now why I've gone down that far is that's where it gets really interesting, because it's 12 crews that we're looking for to go through to the semi-final stage. They can still score points in the semi-finals, and it's the top 6 that go through to the final. And it's a very close cut-off at the moment. There's 3 crews on 7 points, 1 on 6% and 1 on 5. But as we watch to see them get away, has indeed put his red flag in the air, got itself back to the start line. I should mention, of course, Dave Steer, outfit number 17. He had a win second time out, and he's certainly doing very well. The man off the start line, he's gone very quickly to that top end, but it's Dave Steer and Andy Orchard that have got away. Well, Tim Bennett went very wide on that first bend. John Hiscock seemed to follow him wide, but he's now come through on the inside of him and goes through up into second place. So John Hiscock and Tony Bemister, they know that they've got to score well in this third ride. They're on 8 points at the moment. They put it almost sideways on that bottom bend. Recover from it well. In a very strong position at the moment. Oh, John Hiscock and Tony Bemister, I think the second place would be enough to get them at least into the semi-final. They're on 8 points at the moment, so certainly 5 points from this ride would put them in a fairly strong position. It does depend on what happens in the other races, and I can see that Mick Cave problems, and I think that will finish Mick's day's racing for this afternoon. He hasn't scored good points at all, so disappointing to see them pull out with problems. But isn't Dave Steer and Andy Orchard going well this afternoon? They come round off that bottom bend into the last lap this time. And they've equally opened up a very good gap between them and Tim Bennett in third. Pete Dyer not being able to catch Tim Bennett at the moment. He certainly got close on that top bend last time, but still the gap there between those two. As we watch to see Dave Steer and Andy Orchard coming round off this bottom bend, they really do look to be driving. Another good win for them. It was heat 9 of the Sidecar Whopper competition, and a win for number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. In second place, number 184, John Hiscock and a passenger, Tony Bemister. Third place, number 12, Tim Bennett and a passenger, Steve Hargreaves. Fourth place going there to rider number 58, Pete Dyer, and of course Pete's passenger this afternoon, Justin Westaway. No other finishers, the winning time 152.31. What a good ride this time to actually get himself into the semi-final. And I never thought I'd be saying this year. It's Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones that need to have a good ride this time to make sure of a place in the final for them. Oh, here we go, and it is indeed see Ivor Matthews just got to the front, but Russell is tight on the inside of them as they go round that first bend. Russell drifts out wide, Ivor Matthews has stayed on that wide line, then he goes down the back straight. Oh, it's good to see Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones back up at the front of the field as Russell and Paul Urich have been going well all afternoon. Have to be content with second place at the moment. Into that top bend again, and interested to watch to see that Ivor Matthews held a very good tight line. He drifted wide certainly on that first turn, but his second time round stayed much tighter. And Russell and Paul Urich have no answer to him at the moment. Of course, the second place still good scoring for them. They know that. Roy Spreadbury still holding fourth, staying in front of Chris Saunders. Problems for Joe Mogg on that top bend. Oh, Joe Mogg slows up and pulls out on that top bend. It means that Roy Spreadbury has moved up into third place now. As we see going into the last lap, Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones look to be going very well. Now, finally, on the inside of Roy Spreadbury and Steve Kensington. But really, indeed, as you can see, the gaps have opened up for Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones in much better form. Before this ride, they'd actually had a third place first time out and a fifth in their second leg. So this is going to put them right in with a chance of getting in, certainly to the semi-final and maybe even into the final. It's a win for outfit number 15, that's Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. In second place, outfit number 6, Russelling and Paul Urich. Third place, number 43, that's Roy Spreadbury and Steve Kensington. And fourth place, slotting in there in fourth, the only other finisher, number 96, Chris Hall and Sean Chick. The winning time, 153.66, 153.66. Missing Shane Baker and Alan Blewett, so only 4 outfits indeed go in race 29. But as we get underway, we want to see what happens. Up in second place as they go into that first bend. Steve Smith trying to sort himself out and get through the middle of those two. All sorts of things happening in that first bend. Gary Jackson still hasn't got up there though. He's in third place at the moment, or has he? He goes through the inside of Steve Smith much quicker down that back straight. Has Steve Smith allowed him to go though, so he can perhaps get underneath him on the exit of this bend? Oh, we watch to see what happens, but no. This afternoon, Miles Simons. Oh, they go round that top and they've gone very wide. Well, I'm sure Gary Jackson and Steve Smith will have noticed that. They'll both be watching that next time round that top bend. But going well at the moment, Phil Pitman and Myles Simmons as they go into the bottom bend, still leading. And they've got some very formidable forces behind them, as you can see, having their own little battle. Trying to go tight. They knew that Phil Pitman went wide on that top bend. Well, he's kept the power on and it's paid off once again. He's kept that gap as he goes down the back straight. This is a very good ride from Phil Pitman, and I've got to remind you, of course, that he did get third place here at the Whoppa last year. So he perhaps knows that this ground suits him. He loves this sort of circuit. Difficult for any of these drivers to see at the moment. And of course the place to be when the conditions start getting like this is to be right at the front. So one more corner to negotiate, as it looks as if Phil Pitman and Myles Simmons are going to get their second win of the afternoon. Well, they go towards the second race. Steve Smith and Keith Wall get third. A win for outfit number 90, Phil Pitman and Myles Simmons. In second place, number 23, that's Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. Third place, outfit number 2, Steve Smith and Keith Wall. Fourth place finisher there, the only other finisher, number 149. That's Len and Ray Foreman. Winning time, 158.34. 158.34. I don't think that we will see Pete Goodwin. The one rider I'm sure that you'll all be keeping your eyes on is Rob Wilson Jr. This is once again. Right, Mark Edwards has got to the front. Roger Easter is in there in second. Rob Wilson trying to go around the outside, and he's done it. Oh, Rob Wilson has had a brilliant first corner. He's got round the outside of Roger Easter, and that isn't easy to do. And you go down the back straight, he's left a very big gap, and Roger Easter goes through it. Mark Edwards and Nick Walters stay in front though. Roger Easter in second place. Rob Wilson Jr. in third. Roger has been going wide on that top end as well. All he can do is follow Mark Edwards this time. He looks to have a slightly tighter line. Mark's still spinning as he comes down to that top bend. He hasn't left any gaps though. Roger Measor doesn't get through this time. Into the bottom bend. Mark Edwards and Nick Walters having a great ride at the moment. They're right up there on the good points that they can get into. Mark Edwards tries to have a go back at him again. He's been filled in, of course, on that top end. But this is where Roger should open the gaps as he goes down the back straight. Mark Edwards doesn't let him know as he goes into that bottom bend. You can see that Roger Measor and Shane Lapham do look to be in control in this bottom bend. But Mark Edwards follows. Again from Rob Wilson and Colin Hill. They've got Adrian Davis and Terry Phillips behind them, so they'll know that this is valuable point scoring for them. That could put them into at least a semi-final. As we see the checker flag being raised this time, Roger Measor does indeed maintain maximum points. Win for outfit number 51, Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. In second place, number 8, that's Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. In third place, number 25, that of course is Rob Wilson Jr. and passenger Colin Hill. Fourth place, number 26, Adrian Evans Davis. And fifth place, number 52, Terry Phillips and Chris Spires. 156.43 was the time, 156.43, so that indeed concludes the qualifying rides for the sidecar competition. The next time you see them will be in the semi-finals.
The rules, of course, are a little different with the 500 sidecars. They run under FIM rules that insist that the sidecar passengers' feet must be in the chair at all times. They don't have the freedom of movement that we do have with the 500, with the 1000 sidecars, that is in the 500 class. Here we go then. And Brian Palmer making a good start. And there goes Lindbergh slotting into second spot. So then, come around towards us with Brown, with few lengths advantage over the Dutch team. Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe in third place. Now then, let's watch Roll Lindbergh go ahead and clear. They're tracking Brian Palmer and Lester Goodwin as they go down the back straight. Well, Ravens has had a good result in European and in fifth place a few years ago, but that's the far away the best place. Managed a fourth a little before that, but there we go with the Dutchman trying the inside line all the time. Roll Lindbergh coming up the inside. They spread out a little bit when they go down the straight. Still Brian Palmer and Lester Goodwin with the advantage at the moment. They come into this bottom bend once again with one more lap to go, and the Dutch team close and win this one. But Brian Palmer and Lester Goodwin. In third place now, Ricky Neal and Bob Willis, and behind them, number 57, Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe. So then, it looks as though Brian Palmer and Lester Goodwin could be about to score the first victory over Wimborne and Johannesburg here this afternoon. But we've got, they're closing right up, they're closing up on them then as they take our into the checkered flag. Can the Dutchman swing round the outside and get that it doesn't like it? Victor Wimborne Whoppa Grasstrack. Second place. And in third place, Ricky Neal, Ivor Matthews, still your
In first place, number 71, Brian Palmer and Lester Goodwin. In second place, number 1, Roel Limburg and Johannes Kluun. In third place, number 11, Ricky Neal and Bob Willis. In fourth place, number 57, Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe. In fifth place, number 23, Martin James and Neil Pocknell. And in sixth place, number 67, David and Nigel Carter. The winner's time, 1 minute 42.21. 1 minute 42.21. Those numbers read 71, 1, 11, 57, 23 and 67. Here we go then, race 32 gets underway. And all tiny patches are going to them for the first time. It looks like Richard Piggott sitting in second place as they come round towards us. And Lionel Cox is made the best of the start. And Piggott comes to big turn from Alan Peck and Lionel Cox. And Richard Piggott, who pulled out of his previous outing, remember, cloud of blue smoke still hanging over the start line. So it's Richard Piggott then, with Dave Higgins in the chair, going for victory here. Andy back trouble for the second place through, trouble on that down, so it's Richard Piggott still away on his own. Goes Dave Collin in third place, number 78, Lionel Cox. Couldn't see what the problem was there, but certainly the engine sounds most unhappy. And Richard Piggott goes on his way. Nice tight line for Richard Piggott as he heads into the last lap. Dave Collin and Keith Goodley in second place. Through to third, no, in fact third last time around. Lionel Cox, the great agent, still in there in that third place. And behind them, Kevin Lyde and Dick Holroyd. So this time around, it's checkered flag time, and to our wrap, here comes the leading crew. And it's going to be Richard Piggott, and they're going to get this one. Richard Piggott and David Wynn. Second place after the five, Dave Collin. Third place, number 78. British champions Kevin Lyde and Dick Holroyd. 32 in first place, number 92 Richard Piggott and Dave Higgin. In second place, number 5 Dave Collin and Keith Goodley. In third place, number 78 Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan. In fourth place, number 7 Kevin Lyde and Dick Holroyd. In fifth place, number 49 Brian Canning and Colin Lewis. In sixth place, number 20 Alan Peck and Andy Robertson. The winning time, 1 minute 45.59. 1 minute 45.59. The numbers again, 92, 5, 78, 7, 49 and 20. Jojo van der Werf, of course, has had a reasonable afternoon. Lost out in that his first outing. The motor died on the way to the start line and they didn't get away in that one, but the furniture designer and maker from Groningen, I'm sure will be keen to make that up in this outing in race 33. Here we go, the gate goes up. Like another clean start on the far side. Paul Miller making another one of his rocket-like starts. We've seen him gate so well. The Dutchmen are sitting in third place. Or is it going to be fourth place when they come round this time?
battling away as they come towards us. Malcolm Goodwin with it in second spot, because out in front of it is Paul Miller. Malcolm Goodwin in second. And Jojo van der Werf with him. Tony Cook apparently changed an engine in the interval. So let's see if it's going to work for him this time. Out in front then, Paul Miller, number 17, Bob Reed in the chair. What a good year they're having on the line with the sidecar. Certainly one of the most successful Jojo van der Werf in fourth. There's a silencer and a fair chunk of an exhaust system on the track towards the end of the finish straight here. One more lap to go there. Still they can all miss it, they can't. The second place crew, Tony Cook, actually hit that exhaust system then, as you saw, and flew around. And reached well out of the way, and I hope it didn't do any damage to his machine as he went over it. So then, checkered flag time, looking to our left. Number 17 it is, Paul Miller on Bombay. Coming through to take a well-deserved victory here. Second place going to Glen Cunningham, and third place Malcolm Goodwin. Gary Russell behind them. Number 2, Jojo van der Werf and Martin de Vries, just ahead of number 34. And number 34, of course, the addition, Jerry Squirrel and Derek Page. The results then of race 33. In first place, outfit number 17, Paul Miller and Bob Reed. In second place, outfit number 10, Tony Cook and Ronnie Stewart. In third place, outfit number 30, Malcolm Goodwin and Gary Russell. In fourth place, outfit number 2, Jojo van der Werf and Martin de Vries. In fifth place, number 34. And number 34, of course, the additions Jerry Squirrel and Derek Page. And in sixth place, number 21, Norman Hames and Matt Joyner. And the winner's time was 1 minute 41.04. 1 minute 41.04. And in race 34, the one which is forming up on the line, we're looking to see Joe Screen, Clayton Williams, Paul Fry, Peter Lloyd, Will James, Gary Lobb, Simon Gittings and Trevor Eden. There we go, and Joe Screen not gating quite so well, gating behind Clayton Williams, but it's Joe Screen who leads into the first band, and Clayton Williams and Paul Fry side by side as they come around for the first time. The two men from the Western Centre front have the second spot. But in front that is Joe Screen. Clayton Williams close to go as they battle around in that second spot. Will James just behind Gary Lobb and dropping back a little bit now to 6th. He went from 5th to 6th, but fights back to take 5th again. Gary Lobb in 4th place as he crossed to the far side. So then, Joe Screen out on his own. Paul Fry going for that second spot. Clayton Williams watching his every move, trying to line, trying to come around the inside. Gary Lobb in behind him, then Will James, then Peter Lloyd, and Simon Giddings. And then Trevor Eden. On the far side, it's Joe Screen on his own now. He's got away from the opposition. Paul Fry on down to the suitable. Similarly, over Clayton Williams, who's now in 3rd place. Gary Lobb in 4th, giving chase over that 3rd spot. There's one more lap to go with Joe Screen out front. Paul Fry in 2nd, Clayton Williams in 3rd, Gary Lobb in 4th, then Will James, then Peter Lloyd, then Simon Giddings, then Trevor Eden. On the far side then, Joe Screen. Untroubled by the opposition in this semi-final. Going for victory here, easing his way around that bend, but will be pointy as he comes towards us. It's going to be yet another win for Joe Screen. Paul Fry in 2nd. Clayton Williams is going to get 3rd. Gary Lobb gets 4th. Will James gets 5th. Peter Lloyd gets 6th. Simon Giddings gets 7th. Trevor Eden. The results then of race 34 as follows. In first place, number 17, Joe Screen. In second place, number 55, Paul Fry. In third place, number 71, Clayton Williams. In fourth place, number 7, Gary Lobb. In fifth place, number 46, Will James. Only half a cheer for that. What's going on there? Sixth place, number 4, Peter Lloyd. Seventh place, number 179, Simon Gittings. And eighth place, number 19, Trevor Eden.
And the winner's time, 1 minute, 27 seconds dead. 1 minute, 27 seconds dead. Those numbers again then, 17, 55, 71, 7, 46, 4, 179 and 19. We move then straight away to the second of the two solo semi-finals with Paul Hurry, Glen Cunningham, Steve Daw, Trevor Banks, Andy Sell, Tommy Palmer, Colin Earl, and the third member of the Cornish team, Dean Gart. Well, Paul Hurry on 24. Goes up, Dean Garton has a good start on the outside, but on the inside is Paul Hurry going for the front, Glen Cunningham going with him, Trevor Banks on the outside on a lot of them, and here they come in Paul Hurry out in front, Glen Cunningham going for the tight line, hoping to gain time on the inside, he's gone there, Paul Hurry leads, Glen Cunningham back, Trevor Banks so then, out front, it's Paul Hurry, being pursued by Glen Cunningham and the Wimborne Speedway man in very determined move, but look at Trevor Banks. Look at Trevor Banks closing up, going for that second place spot. Well, Trevor Banks on 18 points, must feel he's got a little work to do to get into the top of the Whoppa. He's really there. With Trevor Banks, Dean Gart, and pushing behind him, Tommy Palmer. And Glen Earl must be disappointed. He's trailing the Cooper riders at the moment. Andy Sell has pulled into the centre of the circuit 2 hours. Meanwhile, we're Paul Hurry. The Arena 6 Speedway man on his own, really pulling away now from Glen Cunningham in that second spot. One more lap to go. Still Trevor Banks in third, still Dean Garton in fourth, and still Tommy Palmer in behind him in fifth place. So then across on the far side, really stylish riding here from Paul Hurry. Look at Glen Cunningham though, really watching his every move, trying to close up on a tighter line around the bend. He's not going to get there. Paul Hurry is a win. Glen Cunningham in second place. Trevor Banks gets third. Dean Garton gets fourth. The results then of race 35. In first place, number 86, Paul Hurry. In second place, number 98, Glen Cunningham. In third place, number 25, Trevor Banks. In fourth place, number 16, Dean Gart. In fifth place, number 21, Tommy Palmer. In sixth place, number 172, Colin Earl. And in seventh place, the only other finisher, number 110, Steve Daw. And the winner's time, 1 minute 27.91. 1 minute 27.91. The numbers again, 86, 98, 25, 16, 21, 172 and 110.
To the 1000cc, because looking at the lineup for these two semi-finals, I hadn't realised that between top and bottom qualifiers for these semi-finals there are only 7 points. Roger Measor sits on a maximum 18. At bottom of the list we've got Tim Bennett and Lennon Ray Foreman on 11. There's only 6 that can go through to the final. It is all very, very tight. Phil Pitman's on 17, Gary Jackson on 16, Russelling on 16, Dave Steer on 15. Mark Edwards on 14, there's then Rob Wilson Jr. and Steve Smith and John Hiscock all on 13 points. Russelling has made the best of the starts in the first of the semis. Roger Measor goes after him, Rob Wilson Jr. trying to come through on the inside. Well, I apologise for that, it's all been corrected to me quickly there, because it's Dave Steer that's actually now in third place, but it was Dave that had that challenge on the first bend. And as you can see, coming round off that bottom bend, Roger Measor, unbeaten 700 problems for Steve Smith. Oh, Steve Smith motor has gone sick on him. He puts his arm in the air, and Pete Wall now holding his arm up in the air to let everybody know that they're pulling out. So they've got problems. So Steve Smith goes out of the semi-final. But as we look to the front, Russelling and Paul Urich look to have got quicker as the afternoon has gone on. They've been very quick this afternoon. I think that's going to be a space in the final for them if they stay in third place. But two outfits we know we're going to see in the final, Rustling and Paul Urich, Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. As they come round past us, there's just one more lap to go. In this, the first of the semi. Paul Urich. But look at the speed Roger Measor's going down that back straight. Will he find a gap or will he go for the outside? Watch to see what happens. He's let his nose come through on the inside and he gets very, very tight to Rustling. Oh, it's extremely tight again. Oh, a tremendous race between those two. Setting the scene for the final, of course. Well, we watch to see what the line judges made of that one. I'm making no clear decision. I'm just a little bit not quite in line with the line, but I think I know in my own mind which tyre was in front, but we'll wait to see. The official result then of race 36, the first semi-final in the 1000cc Whoppa sidecar event, a win for outfit number 6, Rustling and Paul Urich. But only just. It was just the width of a tyre. In second place, number 51, Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. In third place, number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. In fourth place, number 12, Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. Fifth place, number 25, Rob Wilson Jr. and Colin Hill. The winning time, 1:51.20. 1:51.20. We see how that time compares to the second semi-final. And we quickly try and add those points in because, of course, they score points in that semi-final. Oh, we watch to see them start as they come away from that start line. He's up there with him in second place as they go round that first bend. Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones moving through into third. And look at Gary Jackson right at the back of the field. He's missed the start completely. Oh, this one certainly could be an interesting semi-final. Ivor Matthews trying to get through on the inside of Mark Edwards for second. Well, closes the door on Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones, and Ivor Matthews puts it sideways. Well, he corrected that brilliantly. It's good to see Gary Jackson coming through as well. Gary Jackson has come up from 6th place up into now 4th spot, so he's working his way through. He's got good points so far, Gary Jackson, but he knows he still needs to get a result in this semi-final. Phil Pitman and Myles Simmons holding second. Pleased to see although Ray Foreman lost himself off the back of that outfit, he's gone up and walked away, and look to see what's happening for third. Well, Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones still there in third, but Gary Jackson pushing every inch of the way. But how Phil Pitman has pulled away from this tremendous lineup of sidecars. He really is going well this afternoon as he goes into the last lap, ready to mark up for them as well. They're holding second in front of Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. And can Gary Jackson close up and get third place? Well, that's where the battle's going to be, I think, on this last lap, as Gary Jackson gets close to Ivor Matthews, going down the back straight, looking to force a gap on the inside. But Ivor Matthews again closes the door as they come round that bottom bend. Up to the checkered flag, it's a win for Phil Pitman and Myles Simmons. Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones get third. Gary Jackson, Kevin Williams get fourth. Result of that second semi-final. Race 37 in your programme. It was a win for outfit number 90, Phil Pitman and Myles Simmons. In second place, number 8, Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. Third place goes to outfit number 15, Ivor Matthews and Peter Jones. Fourth place, number 23, Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. Fifth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Tony Bemister. The winning time, 1:53.80, 1:53.80 the time.
Well, how good it has been to see our friends from Holland come across to sample once again British grass track racing, and how well the Royal Limburg has driven here. Royal Limburg and Johannes Kloon go in this one, but there's going to be a strong British challenge, I'm sure, from Brian Palmer, from Malcolm Goodwin, from Paul Miller. Well, Ricky Neal and Mike Reed, that's the field. This is race 38. They're all over there. This could be, well, we've just said amongst ourselves, 3 cracking finals coming up. By the way, let's do our usual reminder. You know, on the way out, there's almost certain to be a collection. If there isn't, we'll remind them now to do one. Please be as generous as you possibly can be as we get the first Whopper final. And it's Raz out in front. Paul Miller is right there with him. And the Dutch crew are out on the far side there. Let's see if second frame. And well, a sad way to end their racing with us, but Royal Limburg and Johannes Kloon tumbled on the far side. Paul Miller now then trying to get the inside of Brian Palmer. Paul Miller looking for the inside, Palmer on the outside. And always goes through on a tremendous piece of driving there. Paul Miller in front, Brian Palmer is going out. In third place is Malcolm Goodwin, and in fourth place is Mike Reed. So then the battle on up ahead, I think. We've got to cross to the far side. And out in front there, it's still Paul Miller with the advantage. And Paul Miller out from Reed, but right hard on the heels. Brian Palmer and Lester Goodwin, they will not give up. There's a lap to go. There's only a few metres in it. These two are going to battle to the line. Third place is number 30 is Malcolm Goodwin, Gary Russell. In fourth place, number 57, Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe, and behind them Ricky Neal and Bob Willis. Meanwhile on the far side, battle is still being joined. Out in front, it's Paul Miller with the advantage. It's Brian Palmer who tucked it in second spot. Can he do anything about that lead? Brian Palmer's machine smokes a little as they come off that bend. And they're going to line up from the checkered flag goes out. Paul Miller and Bob Reed win. Goodwin in second place. Back a little way to Malcolm Goodwin and Gary Russell, and behind them Ricky Neal and Bob Willis. Disappointment. Hard luck, fellas. We hope you have better fortune with us next time. Here they come, the winners, Paul Miller and Bob Reed. The results then of the 500 Whoppa Sidecar final. In first place, number 17, Paul Miller and Bob Reed. In second place, number 71, Brian Palmer and Lester Goodwin. In third place, number 30, Malcolm Goodwin and Gary Russell. In fourth place, number 11, Ricky Neal and Bob Willis. No other finishers, and a winner's time of 1 minute 38.89. 1 minute 38.89. Those numbers again: 17, 71, 30, and 11. And race 39 in a super final, surely. The Whopper solo final for 1994, with Joe Screen and Paul Hurry going into this unbeaten all afternoon. Clayton Williams, Glen Cunningham, Paul Fry, Trevor Banks, Steve Dorr and Peter Lloyd. A tight final. It's going to be interesting to see who makes the best of the gate, because let's face it, with such a good field, if you can gain a metre or two away from the start, that gives the others an awful lot of hard work. Up goes the gate. It's a nice clean start. Joe Screen on the inside. That's Clayton Williams. It was who made the best of the start, but into the first bend they go. And it's Hurry in second place, Screen in front, and Clayton Williams in third, and Glen Cunningham battling away also for that third place. And Paul Fry up there.
Clayton Williams going after Paul Fry, but it's Joe Screen, and Joe Screen is not getting away from Paul Hurry, and Clayton Williams and Paul Fry, and Glen Cunningham. Look at Glen Cunningham. He's battling away here, but look at Joe Screen really working away. This is the guy who's battered and bruised from that crash on the way to the World Long Track. My word, he's going, but look at Paul Hurry closing up, tighter line from Hurry there. Clayton Williams and Paul Fry, Clayton Williams third spot, nearly collecting one another. Paul Fry gets the advantage of that near collision, and Clayton Williams has to go very, very wide indeed and loses and drops back to 5th place. So Clayton Williams there has to fight back to get into 4th, pushed right out there by Paul Fry. Glen Cunningham back to 5th, a determined move by Paul Fry there. But Joe Screen out in 1st, Paul Hurry in 2nd, Paul Fry in 3rd. Clayton Williams in 4th, but he's got Trevor Banks, and Glen Cunningham right there with him, and Glen Cunningham goes under him again, and Michael line, and Trevor Banks does the same, and Clayton Williams goes right out in the loose, loses the drive, out in front man, it's Joe Screen. Paul Hurry in 2nd place, Paul Fry is 3rd, and they're heading for the checkered flag. Joe Screen is the win, Paul Hurry in 2nd. Paul Fry is 3rd, then Glen Cunningham, then Trevor Banks, then Peter Lloyd, then Clayton Williams, and then Steve Daw. Second and third man in the Wimborne Whoppa. Paul Hurry in 2nd place. Joe Screen, Milano 1 in 2nd. Very nice demonstration wheelies from the pair of them. So then, the official results as Paul Fry, the 3rd place man, comes round, and my word how near he was to coming off when he and Clayton got very, very near. Here we go then, the official results of race 39. In 1st place, number 17, Joe Screen. In 2nd place, number 86, Paul Hurry. In 3rd place, number 55, Paul Fry. In 4th place, number 98, Glen Cunningham. In 5th place, number 25, Trevor Banks. In 6th place, number 4, Peter Lloyd. In 7th place, number 71, Clayton Williams. And in 8th place, number 110, Steve Daw. And the winner's time was 1 minute 25.21. 1 minute 25.21. Those numbers again read 17, 86, 55, 98, 25, 4, 71 and 110. There's 2 of our 17.
Up is of number 51, Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. They finished on 23 points. On 23 points also, number 90, Phil Pitman and Myles Simmons. Outfit number 6, Rustling and Paul Urich. They finished on 21 points. And then 3 outfits making it together on 19 points. Number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard, Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. And number 8, Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. That's the lineup for the Whoppa 1994 Sidecar Final, won here last year. They won it back in 1991, or indeed Roger did as a driver. Qualifying with them, number 90, that's Phil Pitman and Myles Simmons, and haven't they gone well today? Number 6, Rustling and Paul Urich. Number 17, dare I mention that number, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. Number 23, Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. And a great ride this afternoon from outfit number 8. They've got to be seen as the best up-and-coming crew, Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. A tremendous final lineup. We watch to see what happens. You can see that they've been drawing for gate positions. Who is it that's got the best of the gates? Well, I've really been very mixed this afternoon. I've seen some excellent starts made from gates 2 and 3, but equally I've seen people come off gate 5 and 6 very well as well. So I'm not sure that there is any advantage, the theory being that if you're on the inside you meet the racing surface quicker because of the apex of the bend, but whether that makes a lot of difference or not, I don't know at this late stage. We can see you've got Gary Jackson on grid 1, Phil Pitman has got grid 2, Roger Measor is next to him on grid 3, we've got Dave Steer just on the outside of the middle, that's grid 4, Mark Edwards is in 5, and Rustling right on the outside. Oh, it's Phil Pitman that we're waiting to come into line. Roger Measor looking very relaxed indeed. Shane not even on the outfit as yet. Now he comes into line, so everybody settles. The revs will start to go up. The starters look happy with the situation. Away we go. It's a good clean start. We've got underway with Roger Measor that goes to the front as they go into that first bend. Russell Ing is right there with him. They both go very, very wide, and Dave Steer comes through on the inside. Dave Steer has gone up into second place. He's now got Roger Measor to try and catch. Russell Ing has hit problems by the look of it as Mark Edwards gets close to Russell Ing. Well, Mark Edwards now has got problems as he goes out on the bottom corner. But as we look to the front, it's Roger Measor. Russell Ing and Paul Uric still there in third. Gary Jackson has got into fourth. As they get close on that top corner, Dave Steer pushing hard on the back wheel of Roger Measor. But the 1993 Whoppa winner out in front. He had a win earlier on this year at the Sidecar Spectacular that Wimborne Club hosted. He's now leading from Dave Steer in second place. He's trying to close up on Russell Ing. But again, we get close in this top corner. Dave Steer is not giving up the fight. He's still having a go on that top bend. But he's down the back straight that Roger Measor looks to be so much quicker. Into this bottom bend we go then as they go into the last lap as they come past me this time. Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. And again they get close on that top corner. As they go down the back straight, Dave Steer definitely having a go. But on this bottom bend, I've got to say that it does look as if Roger Measor has been the quickest. But there's one more corner to go, and Dave Steer goes for the outside. He's trying to get round the outside of Roger Measor. A great effort from Dave Steer, and what a tremendous effort from them. Oh, they tried everything they possibly could. And indeed, as they go over the line, third place of course to Russell Ing and Paul Uric, but what a tremendous sidecar final that turned out to be. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard tried everything they possibly could, and I'm sorry to say it does look as if Andy Orchard possibly took a knock in that last corner. But they won in 1993, they've come back in 94, and they've taken the title once again. Our British Masters champions, they've taken the Whoppa. What will happen with the rest of the big meetings we've got to go? Race 40, and it was a win for outfit number 51, Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. The official result rolls out with a second place to number 17. That, of course, was Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. Finishing in third place, Russell Ing and Paul Uric, outfit number 6. Fourth place goes to outfit number 23, Gary Jackson and Kevin Williams. In fifth place, outfit number 90, Phil Pitman and Myles Simmons. A great ride now, as if all the outfits indeed come round. I can look across the far side and you can see that Andy Orchard does look to be okay. Well, a big circuit. Don't forget, of course, we've got the presentation as soon as we can get the riders up here.
There they come. Only little lads, so you'll have trouble spotting them. Actually, must be quite a help on a 500 sidecar to be a lot slimmer than me, that's for sure. Right, ladies and gentlemen, second place, Brian Palmer and Lester Goodwin. Saw Brass coming across. There they come. Well done, fellas. And I'm sure we'll get a nice big cheer, particularly a lot of local cheers for Bob Reed and Paul Miller. Well, I think it was fixed really, so it's Wimborne Mayor, presenting trophies to Wimborne residents. Well, here go the garlands. Another one over there. I think the next stage is the photographs, and then we'll dash in and have a quick word. Well done, fellas. Congratulations.
It's up and down like a yo-yo, isn't it?
Well, here we go. Handshakes all over the place. Paul, you must be absolutely delighted to do so well here. Face the guys, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are. We're a bit disappointed not to win the British Championships early on in the year. We had a bit of bad luck, but I think being the local meeting, there's been 26 Whoppers and I've never missed one. I'm only 27. And that's the honest truth, that is. I've always wanted to win it. My parents used to be involved with the club, and here we are. So great. It's been a long time coming. I'm just pleased it has.
It was good racing with the 500 chairs today. I mean, a bit sad on our friends from Holland right at the end, but it's been a great racing for the 500 chairs today. I think a good advert.
Yeah, the 500 Sidecars are getting better, and I think they'd probably agree with me that we've come in this year and we've done quite well, and I think it's spurred everyone on, and you know, it's made the racing better. And then we get a few internationals over as well, and the internationals are obviously very good, and you know, it makes for competitive racing, which is what people come to see, isn't it?
They certainly do. Here, Bob, come on, have a word. Yes, you do. Yes. What sort of a day has it been for you?
No, not too bad. First race, I had a second, then we had that puncture, and then we lost the chain. I thought, well, this could be it. We're not going to make the final. Went out, won the last heat, made the final, and here we are first. So brilliant. I've always wanted to win this meeting, and the day's come true.
Absolutely delighted for the pair of you. Ladies and gentlemen, the top three crews, go forward, fellows. There's the Whopper, Paul Miller, Bob Reed, Brian Palmer, and Lester Goodwin, Martin Goodwin, and Gary Russell hiding away in the corner.
It's for him, not us.
Well, bear with us just a minute. Somebody said he's on his way.
Well, it ain't raining anyway.
Okay, let's move on. Second place then, Paul Hurry. Well done, Paul. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Up this end. Any sign of Paul Fry yet? Yes, I can see him sprinting in the distance. Third. Yes. He's coming. Yes, we've got... He's breaking into a sprint. He must realise he's late. Right then. Third place, Paul Fry. Up this end. And the winner of a splendid 1994 solo Whopper, Joe Screen. Swapping hats. You have to have a Whopper hat for the photograph, you see. You can have the other hat afterwards. That's it. There we go, mate. It's fit. Right. Garlands over the top. Trophy in the hand. Mare shaking the other hand. What else do we need?
Yeah, you.
There we go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, see, as you say, he thought sitting in a sidecar was tricky, but the presentation's much on. Well done, Joe. Joe, a word or two for these good folks. We can see you've still got the bruises. Well, at least I can. I don't suppose they have. How does it all feel now? It's a bit of a nasty experience, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a thing what shouldn't have happened really. It's, you know, if there's some signs there, we might have not gone down the hole, but you know, you live and learn, and just get fed up and telling everybody what happened. To be honest.
Right, we'll change the subject then. The Wimborne Whoppa, great ride. You must be delighted.
Yeah, I miss Grasstrack. You know, I've been beginning of the year. I got in a bit of an hole in the speedway side, and I want to go and do some Grasstracks, and now I can fit them in. I'm trying to do as many as I can.
Great, that will please all your fans out there. We're delighted to see you. There's a young fellow called Harry over there who's making you work a bit hard today, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's pain in the arse, pain in the bum, isn't he?
Thing is, he's getting a bit better, isn't he? He's getting quicker and quicker.
yeah, it's pushing me a little bit. You know, the track rode very good. I was here 2 years ago, and there was a bump in, you know, the first and second corner there, and there was a problem 2 years ago because it was like going in the corner, but now it's coming out, and the track was very, very good. You know, I'd ride here every year if I could.
Yeah, I think we've got to say that Wimborne made an excellent job with the track this time. Joe, congratulations on yet another Wimborne Whoppa win. Ladies and gentlemen, the top three in the Wimborne Whoppa solo class: Paul Fry, Paul Hurry, and Joe Screen.
Well, thanks, Tony. Obviously, we've got one more presentation to make. That, of course, is of the 1000cc sidecars. Well, it was a tremendous competition. I don't think anybody can deny that. Did you expect him to win when he first started here this afternoon? Oh, I'm sure there was one or two in the crowd that might have done, but somebody tried to change it, didn't they? There was all sort of predictions about number 17, what was going to happen there. It nearly come true, didn't it? 3 17s maybe another year. But a very hard-fought competition. We end up with only 3 crews coming up here to collect trophies. We start as always with third place, and it was, of course, this year, Russell and Paul Urich. Well, that's third place, but of course, in the second place, this is where we started talking about number 17. Well, it nearly came true. You've got to say that this crew gave everything they possibly could. Outfit number 17, finishing in second place, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. Well, they're making their way through. Nobody said that Roger Measor got in their way on the way up here, did they? Well, that, of course, is second place. And before I call the winners up here, Andy, I've got to have a quick word. The first thing you did when you finished was dash across to the St John's. Nothing serious, I hope.
No, just bruise up, that's all.
So you're going to be alright?
Perfect.
It's his drinking hand, so you get plenty of practice during the week. It means, of course, that we've just got one more crew to call up here. The winners of the 1993 Wimborne Whoppa. They've won it again. They're the winners of the 1994 Wimborne Whoppa. It's Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. Trophy that we have to award in this class is the Jim Cole Memorial Shield, which you can now see that Harold has got hold of. This award, of course, going to in memory of Jim Cole, who we lost back in 1985. But of course, the presentation this year of the Jim Cole's Memorial Trophy goes to sidecar passenger Shane Lapham. Well, the photograph's taken, and obviously the congratulations between the crews. But Roger, a lot of people out here getting wet. We've got to have a few words. And if I can cut in between him talking with Dave Steer. Roger, a tough fight. Did you think you were going to get it back again?
No, I didn't. I think it was slipping away from me all morning, and when I had that race with Russell and lost, I don't know what was coming over me when I'm trying pushing him over the line to make him win even quicker. But no, I fell victim of being very old in that final. I shut off and I thought I was going to block the inside, and this old bugger next to me is even older than me, so he gave the big dive around the outside, and he nearly caught me, I'll tell you.
Well, nearly caught you indeed. He got very close in that last corner. Did you think that he just about done it?
Just, I thought, but having said that, you know, the racing was good, and that's what it's all about. And I must it's easy to sort of say thank you very much when you've won, but I think Wimborne have had some problems here in the years gone by, and I reckon that's the best I've ever raced at Evans.
Well, I would agree with that totally, Roger. I've been down here to watch many, many meetings. Fabulous race, I totally agree, and the round of applause very well deserved on behalf of the Wimborne Club. Shane, I know it's not the best of trophies to go home with, but obviously a very proud winner of the Wimborne Whoppa, and of course you also pick up the Jim Coles trophy. He gave you a few frighteners today, didn't he?
He certainly did that, yeah. This is a trophy, it means quite a lot. I won it last year, and I'm glad I won it this year as well.
Well, indeed, I'm sure you are, Shane. Looking forward to the big meetings coming up?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see if we can get him any more for the sand. But there we are, the three sidecar winners this afternoon. In third place, Russell Ing and Paul Urich. In second place, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. But our winners, Roger Measor